Hello and welcome. Today I will be presenting on my professional identity and the journey I have taken in discovering this through the use of various tools and frameworks such as planned happenstance theory, SWOT analysis, and William Bridges' 3 phases of transition, feedback from others, and my own self-reflection. My name is Leah Pavlidis, and my current role is Facilities Coordinator, working for Monash University within the Projects and Operations team that sits in the Office of the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research and Enterprise Portfolio. So let's begin by starting with a quick question. What is the story of me? To better understand this, I begin by discussing my career journey and how I came to work in my current role. My journey truly started when I left school in second term in Year 11 in 1998. At this point, I was a young lady who had self-doubt in my abilities, and I didn't have a clear direction of where I wanted to go in regards to a career. I decided to take a chance at exploring beauty therapy, and although I did learn some new skills, I quickly realised this wasn't the path I wanted to take. I thought an office job would be better suited for me, and went to work for frozen food company Boarcraft Proprietary Limited. Whilst there, I began an academic path, gaining a few certificates, and worked there for 7 years. But I came to a point where I wasn't being treated properly, and took my first risk stepping outside my comfort zone by leaving to work for the City of Melbourne. This was the catalyst of planned happenstance theory being put into action. This experience also began my understanding of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats that would develop throughout my career. Although loyalty is a value that I regard highly, I also value fairness and realised that I wasn't being treated fairly. I realised that aligning my values to my work was something that was important to me. My career journey then took me to work for the City of Melbourne, and I worked there for 11 years, starting in the parking and traffic team, where I gained further academic opportunities, undertaking a diploma in business administration, as well as opportunities to practice my creativity by collaborating with the arts branch to co-design an artist in residence within the parking and traffic area. However, I realised once more I wanted to work in a more creative space and found a role working within the arts branch. During the next 8 years within arts, I took the opportunity to grow further by undertaking a bachelor's degree in business administration during lockdown, which I was able to showcase my commitment and resilience. I took secondments in different branches, including HR and city strategy, working in projects where I demonstrated my ability to take previous learnings and initiatives, which people did recognise and praise me for my contributions. Whilst working within the arts, one of the projects I led was our sustainability project, and I also volunteered to lead the City of Melbourne NARM Lifeblood Drive, leading to over 3,000 lives saved under my leadership. In 2023, I realised I'd outgrown the role in arts I was in, and there was no room to grow, and that I wanted to work for an organisation that aligned with my values of creating impact through collaboration and where a generous mind and heart was seen as a strength. I decided to leave City of Melbourne and head to Monash University to work for the Monash Sustainable Development Institute, MSDI, as a facilities coordinator, and whilst there I began my postgrad through the university. Last year, I led MSDI in the Green Impact Project, where I saw students and staff come together to collaborate and create change through the use of a toolkit which had small sustainable actions to perform. During this project, we also applied for funding to create further projects within Green Impact, and I led the team not only to victory in winning awards, but the feedback provided was that the team felt safe, supported, and that the leadership I gave was valued and appreciated. All within the team felt valued, respected, and that they could contribute openly. These results were also similar in the Lifeblood program at City of Melbourne. I also had the opportunity to demonstrate my creativity through the development of a multi-purpose space at MSDI that was used as a parents' room and quiet space. Likewise, rolling out informal DFib training to provide students and staff hands-on experience practicing with the DFib machine and highlighting its importance. Feedback on both of these initiatives were also quite positive. I was also able to demonstrate my generous and inclusive nature through the installation of an Acknowledgement of Country sign at MSDI and organised a morning tea to come together and celebrate. When the Institute was established in December last year, I pivoted across into my current role. But these strengths and values aren't just limited to work and academics, but also in life generally speaking. I've undertaken achievements such as volunteer work, participating in numerous fundraising events such as Sleep at the G, which looks at supporting youth homelessness, and encourage staff to participate as a group and taking on various marathons. They have similarly created a significant impact in motivating others to feel inspired by my successes and see me as someone who is inspirational. These experiences have given me the confidence that I have the skill set to lead a team to create positive, impactful change to the world as well as the organisation I am working for. Looking forward into the future, I find that I want to continue to grow and learn, and this may or may not necessarily be through academic means. I do know that I've always gravitated towards opportunities to make positive change and that I would like to continue pursuing this. I would also like to be able to find roles that lean into my strengths, so I feel roles that help lead and collaborate that are creative and people-focused would be areas I would like to explore more. In conclusion, the key takeaways on reflecting on the story of who I am is from a young lady who was filled with self-doubt and timidness into a woman with confidence and curiosity into continuous learning and improvement, and that I am seen by others as someone who is generous and inspiring. That I have experiences that demonstrate my strengths and values in and out of the workplace. That I have gone through iterations of change and using the models and frameworks discussed will assist me now as well as throughout my career. I am reminded that my journey hasn't ended and it will continue to evolve and change, but who I truly am and what I stand for will always stay the same. I will end with a quote by Meg Whitlam. Do what you love and success will follow. Passion is the fuel behind a successful career. I hope this has provided you with a sense of my personal identity. Thank you.